So a new Terraria patch has launched, 1.4.1, which is the final patch. It's actual Journey's End, right? It's the final update for the game, and it's added a couple other cool little things. So we've got like a bunch of new. Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna capture those fireflies because of what I'm about to talk about. There's a bunch of new cosmetic sets that got added to the game. Vanity sets that were from the vanity set competition that went on right before Journey's End launched. So the winners of that are now in the game, and they're really freaking cool. In fact, do I have any silk anywhere? I know I do somewhere, but I'm gonna have to find it. If I can find it, then I can actually show you. There it is. What some of them look like, because I think they're really quite cool. Did the guide die? I think the guide died. I think that's what that obelisk was from that we just picked up. Wait, why did... Oh, gosh, that's these NPCs, I'm telling you. Another thing they did is they kind of broke some pylons. So a pylon actually needs, if I recall correctly, 3 people near it in order for you to actually travel to it, which kind of sucks. But currently we have 3 people at all of these, including this. Yep. Something super important that they changed is they made the summoner stuff way more powerful at the first part of the game, because before, like, you would have to get a finch staff, and that's not reliable. That's not a reliable way to do summoner, because you have to find it. That's the first thing. And 2, it wasn't always in your world. Sometimes you'd have to go make a new world and find a finch staff. Well, now you can, in the snow biome, farm flinks, which are like these little like Furbies. That's the only way to put it. If you kill them, you get enough stuff. You can actually make a flink's staff, and it's really powerful. In fact, it's better than that finch staff. However, you obviously have to deal with being in the ice biome, and as we saw, that's kind of annoying to do. Early on, at least, it's very dangerous. So you do that, and then on top of that, that you can make a flink's coat, and that will make that better as well. Speaking of summons, let's get ours out. And then, yeah, they buffed all whips. So, ooh, a traveling merchant. Where did he go? I gotta find him. I want actually some things from traveling merchants. So I gotta figure out where the heck this nerd has decided to spawn. He's over in our hallowed area. Let's see what he's got first. Shop. Nothing that I want. Yep. That's that. They nerfed the black spot, which was previously the fastest mount in the game. It's no longer that fast. It's actually kind of bad now, which sucks, but it is what it is. But outside of that, it's just a bunch of like little balance changes, little quality of life changes here and there. There's a new NPC called the Princess, and you get her when you have all other NPCs, which we don't. We're missing the tax collector. We're missing the mushroom guy, so it's like we're not close to getting that. But I think what I want to do is give our world some time to grow in some more life fruit and whatnot in the jungle. But I think one thing that we could definitely do is find where those Plantera bulbs were. I think there was one here, yeah, and then just dig this out and create an arena. Like, I don't plan on doing it right now, but, I do plan on doing Plantera. So, we have a bunch of chlorophyte that we can still turn into bars. So let's go ahead and do that. And then it's still not going to be enough for all the pieces, I don't think. Kind of sucks. I could get the chlorophyte pickaxe. It would be, like slightly better. This is a 110. That's 200. So, and it's got +1 range. I mean, it's not bad, right? Or no, that's 200 as well, because that's a 110 axe power. So it's not actually an upgrade. So at that point, it's like, well, I suppose we can make the armor. So we get our greaves, we get our pants, or our chest, not our pants. So we just got the greaves for, and then we can make the helmet. So as I mentioned before, this is technically an increase in defense. So we're going to go from 42 to 51. However, we lose the bonus from this because you got to remember we had the bonus where, you know, we basically have a chance of avoiding attacks, which is really powerful and hardcore. But this gives us essentially this crystal on top of our heads, as you can see here, that fires off random shots, and it does increase our damage a significant amount. Like you can't just disregard the damage it does, because it is quite a bit of damage that one thing adds. So it is kind of worth it if I want to go more damage. But then again, you know, we're still in the situation where I could see myself dying to Plantera because I don't have the correct setup, like with defenses, and that's not ideal. Also totally didn't look to see if the B wings were better or not, but I'll go in here, drop those in there, and sort out the rest of my gear real quick. Okay, I'm feeling a little bit better about my inventory now. I cleared it all out. It's looking significantly better. It's still not great, but it is looking better. Did I hide anything in him? Yeah, I've got a bunch of other materials and stuff that I've just kind of thrown in there. Not ideal. I think getting some holy arrows for Plantera might be pretty good. Ichor arrows are also quite good. Oh, and that's the other thing, right? So let's go to weapons, for instance. Do I have a whip in here? Let's see if we can find myself a whip. Wow, do I really not have a whip? That's rather shocking. Anyways, I guess I'll just inform everybody. They made whips a lot larger, and whips also work with weapon oils. So like if you want to do ichor, then yeah, I don't have any whips. Interesting. Then you could totally do that, which is nice. It's nice that you have that as an option. This is just so good. Does so much damage. Also, you can see there that the damage from the crystal is pretty high. It's like doing 60, I think is what it is. Hard to tell. I mean, it attacks the dummy, but I can't actually tell how much damage it does. Maybe, and here's the thing, maybe if it's not a huge increase in damage, maybe I just switch back to using hallowed armor because I find it kind of a bit better. So I want to do some event stuff, whether that be doing the Halloween event, a solar eclipse, or I mean, I could do another pirate thing potentially, but I want the event stuff done, and it mostly just to kill some time to wait for things to grow. But at the same time, it's like being able to do like a pumpkin event. I don't know if I'd, whoops, I hit the wrong button. I hate when that happens. I don't know if I'd actually be able to survive it, but I would like to do it. The biggest thing from the pumpkin event, I suppose, is like the pumpkins, for instance, are kind of hard to deal with. So that's because they fly at you, and I don't really have the movement speed associated with being able to avoid that too much. So I'm not sure how I feel too much about doing the pumpkin event, but it is an option. We can obviously just get a bunch of pumpkins running through the world at the moment. So that's up there as an option. A solar eclipse might be a little bit better if we can get one to spawn, because they took out the moths until post Plantera, or at least they don't drop the broken hero sword because they changed the Terra blade and a bunch of other stuff. So there's like a bunch of balance things that have changed the way that we are kind of going to progress here. The biggest thing though, I think, is potentially just going back to the jungle, getting over here to this Plantera bulb, and clearing all of this out, which means I'm going to need a bunch of wood, which I've got, and we're going to make a bunch of platforms. Actually, you know what? If I can find, I don't even remember which, ooh, I do need more, that's medium improvement. I need more seafood dinner, so I'm going to make a couple of those, or do I? No, I got sashimi there. So I'm going to make a couple of those, and then I'm going to find myself some more. I thought I put some planters in here that I didn't use in the underworld, but apparently I cannot find them. They also added a bunch of new achievements, by the way, like a lot of them. I think there's like 20 new achievements. Annoyingly, I mean, I like that there's new achievements. Don't get me wrong. I just also liked that I had all of the achievements unlocked, and now I don't. Now it's kind of like a pet peeve, and I'm like, now I gotta go get all those achievements again, or new ones again. It's kind of annoying, but I did log in and immediately get one for having these boots. In fact, it doesn't show the achievement up there. Maybe if I open up Steam, yeah, Boots of the Hero. So that's kind of nice. Also, drop a lure in a pool of lava for a pre-fried haul. Oh, that was another thing they did, the lava charm. Remember that? Well, it's now got a much higher spawn rate in... where am I trying to go here? It's got a much higher spawn rate in the lava area. It's like a 1 in 20 chance to be in a lava chest in the lava spot, like in the layer, in the lava layer. But also it's got that same chance to be in obsidian crates, which is kind of what we farmed it out with. So it's like, well, it's yeah, it's a possibility. It's something that we could utilize maybe in future Terraria series if I ever do one, because now that 1.4.1 is out, mods are going to be more of a thing. I'm going to clear out this area first, I think. So, you know, I'm not discounting that I might do another version of this kind of playthrough sometime in the future, but you know, with mods and stuff, it would change it up quite a bit. So if I ever need to come back, Summoner is a lot better, right? The Lava Charm is easier to find, and those two things alone make me a little bit more willing to play through the entire experience again. Not that I'm complaining. I've really enjoyed 1.4 so much since it came out. That I don't think I have any complaints about the game, minus that lava charm, because that was kind of a pain in the butt to find, but we did eventually get it. You know, I in general find Plantera to be a pretty easy boss. Not nearly as easy as the Golem, as I was saying in the previous episode, but it's, you know, Plantera to me is not challenging. It is an interesting boss that can be a challenge if you're running specific builds, you know, like a melee build wasn't that bad against it. However, that was with the Terra Blade. Now that the Terra Blade is crafted differently and is a bit nerfed, I don't know if it would be one of those things that it'd be easier or harder depending on what other melee weapons you use. Yo-yos would be fine against Plantera, especially in her final phase when you have like all the little vines and whatnot to kill. I think that's fine, but for the most part, like things are pretty different with 1.4.1, and I'm not entirely sure if our build is gonna work super well. There's another thing to consider is that they did nerf a bunch of stuff for the Ranger. They also buffed other things, so Ranger as a whole is a little bit more balanced across the board, but some things are a little bit nerfed. So it's something to consider if you're like me and you're getting ready to fight Plantera and you're like, well, like, should I go and fight her right now? Or should I kind of focus on doing a little bit more prep? Don't know. I think I'm going to use holy arrows though. I think that would be pretty good. So that's definitely a consideration, is having to farm out a bunch of holy arrows, which kind of sucks. It's unnecessary, the amount of farming that you have to do. And I guess, honestly, that's probably why, if I'm going to play Terraria, like, on my own, like, you know, say I'm going to do a full playthrough of 1.4.1 because I got the itch. Well, I would just play a journey mode character because it removes all that farming. You know, you find, what is that, 100 arrows, you research it, and then now you don't have to farm holy arrows anymore. You could just have them. And it does cut down on a lot of the unnecessary farming time, in my opinion. Starting to get a bit assaulted. It's not fun. With a lot of enemies. This is kind of the problem with making a Plantera thing. Ooh, there's a charm or something there. What is it? It's oh, you know what? It's a cross necklace. I think I'm going to need that for the Ankh charm. Something I actually may very well try to farm out before Plantera. I think I can get all of the pieces. I just need to go farm out like the blindfold. I think it's a big one. And we're getting pretty close to having the space here that we're going to need to fight this boss. But it's just a matter of starting to put platforms in and make it so it's actually a functional boss arena. I would prefer to lock it in, have walls all around it. But even then, it's going to be such a big arena that enemies are going to spawn in it anyway. So it's kind of annoying. It's not something that you can really change other than potentially having a calming potion. It helps, but it's, you know, just another thing that we're going to have to consider when we fight this stupid boss. Apparently, they also fixed a bug with our molten quiver that we have. It now deals the proper amount of damage. Is that just a normal? Yeah, it's just a normal mimic. Fine with me. Oh, and they buffed the Charm of Myths. It was like a half a health per second, but now it's like a full health per second or whatever it is. Like, they basically hyper increased it. Like, you can look at our health just going up. This is without any campfires or regeneration potion or anything. So it's like Charm of Myths quite good. I always found it to be a pretty good accessory. I don't think a lot of people necessarily relied on it as much as I did, but I've always found it to be really good. So I think it's a solid buff, mostly because I already was using it. So of course I would say that, right? I've got a little bit more to dig out here, but we're getting pretty close to having a full arena available to us. And obviously, we still have to put platforms and whatnot down so we can get around, which will be nice to do. But at this point, it's just a matter of kind of clearing out some more of this stuff. I didn't want to use bombs because I didn't want to put any extra pressure on myself to potentially die, which was definitely a potential. It's worth mentioning that this armor is actually quite nice for doing this, because my armor just naturally and passively attacks things. So I could just sit here digging, and I'm not really having to worry too much about the fact that, you know, there's all these hornets and whatnot. Oh, goodness. There are a bunch of turtles flying through the air, though. Not ideal. Obviously, should take care of them. Hey, and you know what? If I get any turtle shells through this, then that'd be good, because having the turtle armor or the beetle armor later, again, is kind of my plan for the Moonlord if I get that far. Not confident in it. Definitely not confident in that. Finally got all of that dug out. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Actually, I'm going to turn off auto dig because I don't want to automatically dig out Plantera bulb. That would be bad. Very bad. So I'm going to get all this wood platforms. And yeah, I'm just going to start with a platform all the way across here. Now from here, I can just go ahead and place down some campfires. So we'll put one plop right down in the center. Bam. Now we have that extra health regeneration. And then I'm going to come up here, probably to about here, make another platform all the way across. Now, the point of these platforms is it's going to give me altitude. So basically a way to go straight up. And then like be able to stop flying, because again, ooh, we just got another one of these. Because again, you're basically running into a situation with this in which you are basically utilizing your flying, and as much as the flying as you've got in order to avoid Plantera. Like, you don't want to get hit by Plantera, so you just want to run around and avoid. I've got a couple goodie bags. We're gonna have to open this back up, or open this up when we get back to our town. So we'll do that after. So this is about the right height. I would say I can always attach to the ceiling, so I don't need another platform up there. So I think the next platform probably would be right here. Just do this one all the way across like I did the others. Ooh, spiked jungle slime banner. Let's go ahead and put that there. Don't want to have to deal with no spiked jungle slimes. Don't like those. Let's put another campfire there. Just trying to get us any kind of illumination. So there are back walls here, but it's hard to deal with. I think I'm going to get rid of this little bit right here, which is not something I've done yet. And then probably just put a platform down here at the bottom across to even it out. I'll even take that Medusa statue. Yeah, and just kind of go from here. So that absolutely gives us a way to get back up. Put another campfire fire there. Go get all this gold. Delicious gold. Okay, so we've got this arena set up. I think that's pretty good. Aside from some heart lantern, I don't think I really need anything else. So I'm pretty happy with this. The last thing I want to do is, because we've still got our buffs and everything, I'll get rid of the gel. You know what? I may as well go plop some of these down just to have them, because I've been killing so much stuff with my armor that I feel like having these down will help in the slightest way, potentially. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and hit my buffs. So I've got a Spelunker potion, as you see there. And I'm going to go look for some more life things, because I think that ideally I find, well, I would ideally find up to 500 health, but I don't think I'm getting that far. So we're just trying to find enough. You know, I'm not trying to go crazy here. I'm just trying to find enough. And actually, honestly, I think it might be a little bit better just to go ahead and dig down this way and then go to the spot that we've kind of haven't really gone to in a while, and potentially find some life fruit down over here. There's another Plantera bulb. All right, well, if we really want to fight Plantera, we're gonna have plenty of opportunities to do so. Not a bad thing, but definitely something that is, yeah, not ideal. Like, I'd rather have a bunch of life fruit that I'm finding. That's not happening, which really sucks. Hello, Plantera bulb. I think there's a high likelihood of us killing more than one Plantera in this run, even though I don't. Oop, there's a life fruit. Even though I don't really need Plantera that I could think of. That's the problem, is I'm just thinking off the top of my head of what she has. I don't remember any of the ranged weapons that she does have, if she has any at all. She is a plant, so I don't know. It's noun that it decides to go by. I don't know if life fruit can spawn in the biome here, but you know, I'll look around a little bit more. I got 3 minutes left on Spelunker. I could always go back up too. That's definitely an option. And I don't really feel safe here, so I feel like I would prefer to head back up this way maybe, and potentially find some stuff like over here. Yeah, I don't know. We gotta remember, the other problem I'm running into here is I don't have any of this explored with a danger sense potion, so there's a likelihood that I'm gonna hit a trap and kill myself. Not the best idea to be going through all of this the way I am, but it's what we're deciding to do. Oh, I just found another beehive. You know what? With that in mind, they did buff the bees. So if you want to do like a summoning bee thing, it's a little bit better than it was before. Also reverted some nerfs that they did to the bee sword and a couple other things. All right, so we have the cross necklace, right? Where the heck's our guide? Buddy, come here. Crafting. What can you do with this? Right, the star veil. I forgot that was a thing. It's not bad, but it's not what we're looking for. What do we need for this? We need a adhesive bandage. I don't remember how to get that. Kind of a problem. Hey, get out of here. Slime. Let's open up these goodie bags. We got rotten eggs and another alien suit. Really? That feels kind of bad. There's a bunch of them, and I managed to get that again. Let's just go ahead and sell off all that. Get rid of that. Get rid of another one of these. I'm just gonna sell the statue. I don't know if the Philosopher's Stone is used in anything else, but I will come over here and drop it in. So if I'm setting up for Plantera, I really should get myself some holy arrows, which I believe were unicorns, horns, and pixie dust. But I need arrows. I mean, I don't got any normal arrows over here. I just have the Ichor arrows. So I think what I'll do is pop over here. I'm glad that it still allows us to do that with the changes to pylons and everything. I'll just get a couple stacks of arrows, I think. Now, I don't foresee us going through 2 stacks of arrows, but you never know. I mean, I have a bunch of unicorn horns, so I may as well just make literally as much as I can. So let's do one more. Okay. I think that's fine. I think that'll be more than enough arrows. So what can we do? Well, we can come over to weapons and we can drop off. Well, actually, you know what? Let's pop into here and let's drop off the musket pouch and the tungsten bullets. That way we have plenty of holy arrows ready to go. I'm happy with that, right? Like, I feel like for the most part, you know, our exploits in doing the little like farming area over here really helped to get me the stuff that I would need to do that. Now, as far as like actually fighting the boss, I mean, outside of getting heart lanterns, which do I have any? I don't remember. I think maybe I may have used all of the actual lanterns, but I think I still have a couple hearts. I do. So let's get, what, 2 of those. Also, I could do the queen slime, which is not a bad idea now that I think about it. All right, let me consider this for a second. So the queen slime has the ability to drop the sword summon. So basically there's like little flying swords that used to drop off of mobs, but now with this patch, it's a drop off of the queen slime. Do I do the queen slime instead of Plantera? I think that is not a bad idea. The thing is, we can do the queen slime during the day, right? But we would have to fight it in, I think, this biome over here. So I would have to make an arena. Man, that sounds like a cool idea, but I think I could take out Plantera. So, oof. You know what I mean? Let's do this. Let's go. I don't even remember where I had this. I think I had it in miscellaneous. Just go and drop that in there, and let's just make a couple of these lanterns for our health regeneration, and then just go from there. I think Plantera is going to be our goal for today. So, ooh, actually, did I want to make glorified arrows? The bouncing arrows are quite good. And the fact that there are a bunch of walls there mean that our arrows would technically bounce a lot if I'm missing. But is that, I don't know if that's better than having the holy arrows. That's a tough one. That's a really tough one to consider. Because I could make the glorified arrows. But I don't know if I can make enough anyways. All right, here, let's just do this. Let's go over here and make our, goodness, where's the heart lantern? Make 2 of those. I'm just gonna trash the other ones. So I need buffs. That's the first thing, right? So let's come in here and go to the alchemy and get all of our usual suspects, right? So we want regeneration. We want swiftness, although swiftness apparently does not stack with movement speed on certain boots anymore, but I don't know if that counts for ours, so I'm just going to get it anyways. We don't need mana regeneration or magic power, even though technically I think the shooting stars falling from the sky, I think technically are magic damage, but I don't know if it is boosted by that potion or not. Make a shine potion, a night owl potion so you guys can see a bit better. I will make a summoning potion to go ahead and have another summon out. An inferno potion is not bad. And then I can make a luck potion. I don't know why, but I can do it. So I may as well. I feel like I'm missing a couple potions here that I really want. Like a heart reach potion would be nice. Yeah. And not a hunter potion, archery potion. So maybe actually I don't bring the luck potion. Let's say nay to that one. But the rest of these potions should be fine. Okay, am I feeling confident? No, but I feel like I can take the boss out pretty easily. So is that confidence or is that cockiness? I guess we'll find out.